Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. You know, Father's Day is 3 days away, and I want to have a show because I'm a father, proud father of four. And a lot of times, it's known we don't get the same momentum on Father's Day that's normally given to Mother's Day. So I just want to have a show tonight to discuss why is that? Why isn't the same kind of credence of the weight or push on Father's Day that's given to Mother's Day? So that's what tonight's show is entitled. Don't forget about Dad on Father's Day. Don't forget about Dad on Father's Day. I think it's going to be a good discussion. Guys, I want to make sure you guys calling in 678-740-9894. Got a lot to talk about and everything. Rose Bella said won't forget. I appreciate that, baby. Don't forget it.
Right.
But definitely I want to have that discussion with you guys. The call-in number 678-740-9894. I'll announce it again. But again, this is Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. And tonight's show we're talking about Don't Forget About Dad on Father's Day. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? Another Thursday.
Man, fantastic.
Best day of the week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
How was your week?
Man, everything going pretty good, man. Been playing catch up with a lot of stuff. Got a lot of stuff going on. We've had some good feedback on both YouTube channels. Business still, everything going good. I can't complain at all.
That's right. That's
right. What I'm saying,
Another day down. 362,000 more.
I tell you how it come on, dog. Also want to say what's up to my other producer, Sleek 316. What's up, Reek? And and also right now, Change Live. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Changing Lives YouTube channel, where we have over 700 videos on the YouTube channel. So wherever platform you're looking at it, say Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. Remember, Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to it. So if you have to leave in the middle of the show, you come in later or anything, you can always go there, subscribe to the channel, and check out the video in its entirety. But again, guys, you have any comments you want to make in regards to, Father's Day. Again, we're saying don't forget about Dad on Father's Day. But if you got anything to add to the conversation, it's not a right or wrong thing, but just anything you want to state about you, your father, and good, bad, indifferent, whatever. Please feel free to call in. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. And again, the reason why I want to have this show because again we're a couple days away from Father's Day.
That's right.
And we know the hoopla and everything that goes along with Mother's Day.
The stress.
Yeah.
The stress that goes along with Mama's Day. I don't think there's no stress applied for Father's Day. Is it because we don't apply the stress that Mamas apply, or the people that we tend to think care about us don't apply the pressure?
You think Mamas apply pressure? I think we apply a lot of pressure on ourselves to deliver for Mama. Well, I don't necessarily know. You have some moms. I want this and that for Mother's Day. It might be conversation, but I think we apply a lot of pressure ourselves
for Mama.
For Mama.
You think so?
Yeah. I think what it is, just want to be able to give Mama something for Mother's Day. Do that and whatever. And
but we gotta stop doing that.
Give Mama something for Mother's Day and do something special for Mama, but just give Daddy something. You know what I'm saying? Card, some socks, drawers, some bullshit.
Right.
And it's just like a feeling. And most of the time, I think it because as men, a lot of times we just, whatever y'all do, whatever.
Right.
Or
do you think it's an afterthought? Like, oh crap, Dad, Father's Day coming. Because you tend to think about. Everybody seems to know when Mother's Day is. But they always gotta ask when Father's Day is.
Yeah.
Like it's setting their phone to let them know every year when Mother's Day is, but Father's Day, they're like, when is it?
Yeah, it's their weekend,
right?
Damn.
Right?
And it ain't, and no, you really can't get that. Easiest thing, that people normally do, you can't get Dad no damn flowers.
I mean, you don't even see as many commercials for Father's Day as you do for Mother's Day. The commercials for Mother's Day start weeks in advance. But how many commercials have you seen for Father's Day? I mean, be honest.
There's no advertising or promotion.
Right.
And Father's Day is, Mother's Day is the biggest U.S. holiday. As far as, commerce goes. And, look at Father's Day way behind there. Behind some damn Memorial Day, some shit like that. Like, there's no kind of celebration with that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why I want to have a conversation because far too often, you know, it's like, you know, dads are damn near like an afterthought. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
What's the
Slick
example?
said, now Slick said that. Now Slick, we ain't talking about the fathers that aren't there. We get that part. We talking about the dads that put in that work. We ain't talking about no dads that's absentee. We expect them not to get nothing.
Well,
We talking about
and we gonna have that discussion. Just say even
Right.
with the absentee dads, like
Right.
even when they say it's some sorry ass mamas out here, but nobody ain't complaining about that shit.
right.
When have you ever heard anybody? That's a great point. When have you ever heard anybody complain about they got a sorry ass baby mama? At the end of the day, I'm just saying to you, who have complained about, man, my wife don't do shit for them kids at home, and that will never come up.
Yeah, that's
I'm just saying that there are the only difference is that there are a lot of women that you know custodial, and at the end of the day, we start going down that road of talking about they deadbeats, this, that, and that. Like, hey, we gotta go get to the root of this. That's what I'm saying. We start looking at this. We gotta stop this whole dating deadbeat ass dudes. So we gotta really just get back into that.
Right.
Because you know, again, men don't get sorry overnight.
Right.
Because we spend so much energy and so much time talking about deadbeat dads. You know, yeah, well, you know, this, that, and that. You hear sometimes, you know, I read women, I'm the mama and the daddy. No, the hell you ain't. So you
Right.
you the woman and the stud. Well, I mean, how the hell you figure this out? How the hell we go down there?
Right.
You know, you can't do that. I can't be mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, sometimes the hand we dealt. But we got to get out of that because one thing about it with a father is that we know that the father's role is supposed to be the number one, the most important part of leadership in the home. If that father's in the home or not, but as far as leadership with that child, that's supposed to be the number one person leading is that father. So at the end of the day, why is there such a push to be like mitigated? Like I don't need this. I don't need, you don't have to do with it. I don't have anything to do with it. And what happens is a lot of times is that yeah, you got guys that don't want to do certain things. I was just having a conversation with a good friend of mine a little while earlier. A lot of times, you know, people can get in certain situations where you know, and that's why I really want to have this conversation because a lot of times my situation, your situation, next person's situation can be totally different on how they got there. Why is this father not active? Why y'all not getting along? Everybody's stuff different, but we start getting broad brush criticism in regards to, you know, just talking about father. That's when bullshit happens. Because, you know, a lot of times people ain't getting along. So now, you know, the daddy might be upset because you dating somebody else. You might not like he dating somebody. He might not necessarily didn't want no kid.
Right.
Or he might just be doing the best he can. It can be a rainbow of reasons. Not saying what's right or wrong, but when we start going down this road to say, hey, these guys ain't doing this, these guys ain't doing that, I get it, but some of that shit's supposed to be put to the side. Because I'm just saying to you, how many, we do a people poll. We do a real people poll on some fathers. They probably not necessarily satisfied with some of the shit that they damn wives of baby mamas doing with their kids.
Right, but that's not discussed.
Yeah, we
That's
gonna do it
not. That's
tonight.
not every.
We're gonna have that
topic of
discussion tonight.
conversation.
Hey, listen, that's what I'm saying. Hey, everybody call in. The guys,
Right.
females,
Right.
whatever, because 678-740-9994. Because, you know, you're like, well, look, I'm paying child support, but my damn son still can't damn read. You want me to beat his ass, but
Right.
he still just, you know, all this other kind of stuff. And
Right.
had these conversations, but hell, why is he still stinking? When
Right.
all this other, you know, all these kind of things can happen that people keep arguing about. Now, again, the elephant in the room is a lot of times like this guy don't want to be involved. Sometimes we have to go back to the root of a lot of this stuff. That's why I said I'm a firm believer. Like, men don't get sorry overnight.
Right.
Men, the problem of it is, you know, I always say my 25-year rule. Anything that a female might have did prior to the age of 25, I give you a pass.
Okay.
Because you know, you might just sit here and got a baby with this guy. You done made some bad decisions. You know, them 3 guys at the club you left with, you drunk too much.
You get that.
You were under 25.
Okay.
Now, over that, I think you done had enough experiences in life to actually know better, right? So I say this to say that sometimes when some guys might say, hey, you know, why was you dating that guy? A lot of it be youth and experience. Now you sit there north of 30, you sitting there having baby by guys, you know he ain't financially together, ain't mentally together, and all that stuff like that. Then you want to get upset because he's not active with his child, because I think
Uh-huh.
that's crazy. Well, you hear people saying, well, this guy needs to spend more time with his kid. Like, the guy was irresponsible anyway.
Right.
Especially if you see examples where other children, like,
Like
just
they
thinking,
got other children.
yeah, because your coochie is better.
He gonna take
You
care
look
of
better
your
than the
children.
first baby mama.
Right. He gonna take
Yeah,
care of
he
your
gonna do
children.
more with yours. No, he gonna be consistent.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, men don't get sorry overnight.
Right.
Sometimes, like I said, if you're younger, you may not necessarily pay attention to it. But what happens is a lot of times, as you get older, you be like, I messed up on that. And I think any reasonable person as of age, you can say, okay, I understand that. But when you start getting north of 30 and you start having babies by guys and doing certain things, that's it. And it's not a bash mama show. That's either way.
Right.
Because I got plenty of guys around across, man, my baby mama, she's selling this. My daughter in the living room, she got all these men around, this, that, and that. One like she was like that. That's probably why you had a baby with her.
Right.
She
Because she was loose.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was a little loose.
What they said, mom.
Slick said, but a mom will end up with the baby if dad present or not.
Absolutely. And that's absolutely. And because of that reason, that's why you got to be more careful.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I got 4 sons.
Right.
If I decide one day, listen, I'm finna co-sign for a loan on you, son, we're going to go to the dealership. We going down there and everything. When I go say, listen, that's my son, I love him, we're going to co-sign for that loan. That's saying in the event he can't make the payments, I'm going to be liable for it, right? So when you let that joker pull that rub off, and you sit there and say to yourself, look, I'm going to take that gamble. I'm going to go on and have a baby, and you know that, hey, it's a gamble.
Right.
Whatever you do this and everything. Listen. At least the joker my son, but you finna take 18-year, maybe a little bit longer gamble on this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, he got some sickle cell traits or some mental issues in his family tree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you finna sit here and take this gamble. All the more reason to say, listen, if I co-sign the loan and this joker default, I'm gonna be stuck with the loan. That's why. And it's the same concept. You gotta look at it. Because at the end of the day, unless that's your husband, but if it's just outside of that, you gotta be understanding. It ain't by fair, right, or wrong. It is what it is. And sometimes people just don't wanna, look like, hey,
take the responsibility of their actions.
Hey, he just want, again, 25, I give you that. Outside of that, shit, you knew better. You know better. And again, we can turn the table.
Men too.
It's men too. It's a lot of guys out here, man. My baby mama stripping. My baby mama, man, they said she was at the park on the tabletop. They said my daughter sitting over there watching her, showing everybody her stuff. I heard all kind of guys. The same thing. Well, why you have a baby with her?
Right.
She didn't change like that.
Right. You gotta be more. Men gotta learn to be more careful too.
And that's the thing exactly. But at the end of the day, we don't get admonished about it at the same rate that females do. And so we start looking at a holiday like Father's Day. We're supposed to be recognized. You know what I'm saying? So we recognize mothers on Mother's Day. We recognize veterans on Veterans Day. We recognize the dead soldiers and military people on Memorial Day. We sit there and just damn near like, what's the post? The post, this the universe. 2 posts. I'm the Happy Father's Day out there. I'm a mom and a dad. Or Happy Father's Day to the dads to take care of their kids. What the hell is that?
What about? Yeah.
What the hell kind of shit is that?
Right.
Happy Father's Day to the father. Yeah, to the father that take care of their kids.
We don't say Happy Father. We don't say Happy Mother's Day to the mothers that feed their children.
No, exactly.
We don't say that.
No, just what kind of shit is that, man?
I think the fact that Father's Day is not recognized as much as Mother's Day, it goes way back. It's not something that just happened overnight. It's something that's been a thing for a long time, because I remember even when my grandfather, when we was with my grandfather, my fathers and my uncles and stuff, give my grandfather a little something. But for my grandmama, everybody getting together, getting them cars, getting them roses, getting the dinners together, doing everything they can for my mother. And my grandfather was there. Yeah. He was in the house. He raised all 9 of those children. You get what I'm saying? Plus me. So, but he still didn't get admonished like my Madir did. Madir got, you damn near carried her on your shoulders all Mother's Day. But for my granddaddy, for Buddy, he was like, hey.
Well, check this out. Again, guys, the night show we're talking about Don't Forget About Dad on Father's Day. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Make sure you got any comments or anything. Call in 678-740-9894. To that point, traditionally as men, we talk, don't bitch about it.
Right.
Don't complain. You know, just take care of your family, provide, and all this other shit like you some damn drone or something.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no damn emotions or nothing like that. You ain't thought to care or whatever. And we put our emotions to the side so much because we're traditionally take care of your family, provide this, that, and that. So when you do want some, you know, just because you don't have to get recognition, but it feels good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, damn near till, you know, near the end or something, they want to get the statements, he a good daddy, or he a good provider. It's always, man, she a good mama. But men are always taught to kind of just, you know, bury your head and just do.
Keep move forward.
And what happens, it provides a culture, to me, of unnoticed appreciation. Even though your family may love you or this, that, and that, but it's because you don't necessarily get it is not getting any kind of recognition. You just moving and moving and moving, and that's what stumble along sometimes.
Right.
Little Tasha or whatever. You a good daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You think so? You know, you ain't heard that from your old lady, your kids. But Tasha said that.
They say again, no matter what mom don't have that walk away option that men do, and that men could take the children too if they want to, but 9 times out of 10, mama gonna want that child.
Well,
I mean, I know a few fathers back in my day in Chicago, like, I'm just gonna take my child, and mom be like, nah, you ain't taking my baby, and it's a big to do. And generally, the courts is gonna give the child to the mother first. There's no.
You damn near got to show that child is going to be living in Afghanistan.
Right.
Not that it'll be a better situation with
Right.
the dad. You damn near got to show that kid is going to be living in Iraq.
Right.
For them not to give it to the father. Like,
Right.
unless y'all could consent to that, like, it has to be something. There is
Mama
no.
has to consent to giving the child to the father. The father can say, I want my child, and mother can say no, and the court's gonna say no, the child gonna go with it. But whereas if the mom say, well, I want my, you know, he doesn't have. You don't have to ask the father for custody of the child, but you do have to ask the mother. So it's a kind of a.
That's what I'm saying. For a judge to give custody to a father, he damn near got show. They damn near living in Beirut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For that,
Even they gotta be showing their ribs that they ain't eat.
Exactly. You know, and it could be a much stable, better situation with that. But to that point, what Slick is saying, I don't think nobody will refute, hey, the mother's going to be stuck with the kid. But it's still going back to, if you know you're going to be in a situation where you may get stuck holding the bag, you got to be more damn conscious.
Well, who you picking?
Yeah, that's, you know, that's just it.
Your type might not be a father type. It might just be a one night stand type. I mean.
Well, unfortunately, we're talking about a child, which is usually, like I said, minimum 18-year commitment.
Right.
But let's be honest about this. Far too often, Lab, is that people make bad decisions all the time. You got the wrong guy to get your yard. You got the wrong guy fixing on your house, now your damn roof leaking. But those things we usually can kind of go back and fix.
Right.
So we all kind of make bad decisions that we might have, damn, I got to eat it, whatever. Had damn, you know, Mr. Such and Such working on your car because you didn't have no money or you didn't really want to pay that money.
Right.
You know, you go to the dealership, let them tell you what's wrong. Then you go get this damn junkie to fix on your car. Tell them what they say is wrong when they out there with no tools, just working out there covered in blood and oil.
Give me a deuce.
Yeah, exactly. Hey man, he had nail down too, just blood and oil come back. It's ready. But those are things you can sometimes bounce back from. A child you can't.
Right.
And so even with that said, it's not an issue of, like I said, I don't think nobody with any common sense will say they're not recognized that a woman most of the time is the one going to be stuck with a baby.
Right.
It's just that I just don't think enough women think about that. Like, I'm going to be stuck with this before then. And it's just for some odd reason, because you could talk about a guy, he black and blue, he sorry, he'll do this. If he don't give a damn, he don't give a damn.
Right.
You call him, he don't give a damn. He don't give a damn about you. He don't give a damn about your words. He damn sure don't give a damn about that child. So that ain't gonna change.
Right.
It's just that you gotta be conscious of that. And that's just same thing with men. You sit there, you know, now you got this little daughter, and you had this baby with this girl, and like I said, She down there Maddox Park. Man, your baby mama down there Maddox Park, boy. But we got on tape. She served. And your little girl, man, where my daughter at? She was sitting on the bench.
Right.
Looking at her mama.
Right.
Practicing on the same move.
Right.
You know, and you all in your feelings like, man, she should have my daughter around that. Nah, you should have been, you know, you can love your kid, but what's there, was there. It's a lot of guys go through that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys. And the tough part about it is that, hell, you can look at it from their perspective. The guy be put in a situation where he gotta pay child support. He in a better situation, and because he can't damn show that this child is getting beat, molested, or whatever, he can't just show it. He gonna be stuck with that.
Right.
That torment forever. So
Right.
I'm just saying, it's a two-way street. We're doing it. I don't know what's better, what's worse, or whatever, this, that, and that. But you dig what I'm saying? Like, it get real funky. Because, like I said, I talk to many of guys that done chose the wrong woman to have a baby with. Yeah,
Based
man.
on that figure, that face, whatever it may be.
Joking.
And inside just as rotten as it could be.
Yeah, I say, just like them cars that buy here, pay here a lot. Look
Right.
good on the outside. They all
That
sick
engine
up
got
under
300,000 miles on it.
Chitty, bang, bang.
Oil ain't never been changed.
Hell no. That shit gonna cut off 3 miles outside the lot.
You already signed on that
And that's your baby mama.
Right.
And it happens. I'm finna get fussed at. Thanks for calling Change Lives, Deonte Burden.
Press order, but yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks for calling Change Your Lives, Deonte Burden.
Hey, Deonte Burden.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Who am I speaking with?
Veronica.
What?
Speak up.
What's going on, Veronica? Can I turn the volume?
No, it's already turned all the way up.
Okay, you need to speak a little bit louder. What's going on, Veronica? How you doing?
I'm speaking loud. You want me to speak real loud?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was my producer said, yes, speak real loud.
No, that's okay. Just
No, you good. Just
I'll
talk.
speak.
No, you fine.
I'm good.
Yeah,
You good.
Okay, I was calling. I just joined, but I read the pen to say don't forget about your dad on Father's Day. So I just wanted to chime in on that a little bit, if it's okay.
Shoot, we listening. All ears.
Okay, so of course my father is not alive, so I can't, give him a gift or anything like that. My stepdad passed, so I can't do that. But I do have my kid's father who is an excellent father, so I would never forget about him for Father's Day. So even though we're not together, and we haven't been on speaking terms good, until recently, but I always made sure that a gift was given to him because, Mother's Day is always like the big day, and Father's Day is kind of like, want. So I always make sure they give him something really good. Even if we ain't on speaking terms, I'll just make sure of that. But I also wanted to touch base on some of the things that I see on social media, like on Father's Day. The people oppose Happy Father's Day to me because I did it myself. I understand that, but I don't think that women should take credit for being a father. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should just take their credit for Mother's Day. It is some deadbeat dads out here, but don't even make a post about it. Just do what you do for your children, and that's it. And if you got a brother or an uncle that has stepped up and helped you with your children, honor them for Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? Or grandfather or whomever, you can honor them for Father's Day. We can kill all the posts about the mama being a daddy because mothers are not fathers.
Gotcha. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a moment, just say female bonding moment, where you maybe conversations about, children's fathers and stuff like that? Do you think, like, just like you see the posts and everything, you may or may not, but have you ever had a conversation with just any female, like, hey, why do you feel that way, or how did you get with that person? Because sometimes you hear the male bashing. And I'm saying this because we're just talking about. I switch gears sometimes when I hear guys talk about their baby mamas. Because first thing I was like, hey man, how the hell you get with them? Mm-hmm. Have you ever had them conversations with females? Just say like, hey, have you ever? What happened? Why was he like that? Did you ever see that beforehand? Have you ever been in a conversation with that with a female before?
Yes, and sometimes they say they didn't see that person being like that. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, if I'm dating or meeting somebody, family is important to me, first off, let me say that. So if I meet a guy and he got kids, I definitely want to see how he interact with his kids. I definitely want to make sure that he take care of his kids and he's involved in their life. And if he's not, that's just not the dude that's gonna be for me.
Okay, okay.
And that's just how I look at it. You know, every woman, some women don't care about the next woman or the kids or whomever. They just don't care. It's all about them. But I care about that because I'm a mother of 3. So if I meet anybody and somebody gonna come in my life, they gotta be, you know, stand up with their children. You know what I'm saying? I also like the way they treat their mama. You know what I'm saying? Not just the kids, but the mama, their sister, the auntie, all of that. So, you know, you just gotta pay attention to that. And sometimes we get caught up in the superficial of the person and, you know what I'm saying, other things that we overlook those. And then I got invested so much into the relationship that you start ignoring things.
And I think that happens most of the
know.
times. People get
Yeah.
you know, blind out the doggy style and blind out the fun, and that's when the reality sudden hit. Like, nah, this joker here really damn crazy as hell. Like he really don't pay attention to his kids. And sometimes, you know, it happens a lot, you know, with that. But I appreciate, you know, you sharing your story with us and everything. And make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe if you haven't already. Okay.
I already subscribe to the
That's what
YouTube
I'm
channel, TikTok, everything.
That's what I'm talking about. Lord, Father. Thank you so much. You enjoy your Father's Day. Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. You too. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate that call with it. But you know, it's funny to laugh when we just say that. A lot of times, you know, those conversations I don't think happen enough.
Right.
And
But I mean, do us as men have those conversations though?
yeah.
Do we sit down and talk to each other and be like, man, why you pick her? Like, you picked her. That's your. I mean,
You know who tender skin or not. You know who you can and can't, and I think that's probably as a person, you typically your circle maybe can have conversations with you without going too far, or whatever. You know, just you know whatever. But you usually got people that can check you. It all depends at the end of the day if you're gonna listen or not. You know what I'm saying? That's at the initial, the pre, or whatever. Because you can. Hey, homeboy, be like, hey, man, you know, okay, I'm kicking with old girl, but you like, okay, they just kicking it.
right.
And then kicking it start to hanging and this, hey, that my girl, like, for real, you just seen her, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, hey, boy, look this, that, and this. So I think conversation I had now to the
Slick says no.
Slick says no, people don't have no conversation.
Yeah, she says men don't have no conversation. She also says so men and their wrong picking is why men get shafted. I don't necessarily, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Men pick wrong and women pick wrong. Why don't women get shafted if it's the wrong picking that's going on, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, you got to damn live with that shit too.
Right.
You got to live with that. Now, again, I think with people with their wrong picking get shafted. You know, it's a different kind of shaft.
Right.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the biggest thing of it is just to the point you just brought up. I mean, one person gonna be holding the bag.
Right.
That being the kid or whatever. Like, so you understand. But the other person paying for the damn bag. And you know, again, it's one thing you sitting there like, man, I can't. You know, see my kid. I'm paying for this, that, and that, and I'm hearing all these stories. That mess with you both ways.
Right.
So you have to be careful about that. But when we start talking about just the whole recognition of Father's Day, we're just saying, hey, listen, man, you know, this is, you know, just, you know, appreciating this person and stuff. Why is all these other intangibles coming into play with it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why it's got to be all attachments and caveats to just celebrating the father.
Think about this. You can know your mother. You know your mother. You know all your mother's faults. Mama don't pay this. Mama don't do it. Mama go party this, that, and that. That shit is none
and void.
It's null and void when it comes to Mother's Day.
Right.
That shit, you know, it's null and void. Bad choice in men. Bad choices financially, bad choices career, just bad choices all the time. That shit is out the window when it comes to Mother's Day. There's no questions or anything like that.
Right.
None.
Right.
You know, all y'all flunking the hell out of school. Y'all done did this, that, and that, all kind of shit like that, whatever. It's null and void. Null and void.
Yeah.
But because, like I said, with Daddy, man, it's all these, well, he don't do this, well, he don't do this, well, this, that, and that. Why the hell all this? Why is that coming up?
I think what's happening now is that shift towards you know, that whole shift towards you're not a real man if you don't take care of every bill in your house and all this other stuff. So now it's going to be another caveat to Father's Day. Well, he don't take care of all the bills now, so why should he get Father's Day? You know what I'm saying? So you got. It's always something added to when it comes to celebrating father and their accomplishments. Because to be honest with you, a lot of people don't realize that fathers have a lot more stress on their shoulders. They got to deal with the woman. They got to deal with the children. They got to deal with the woman's mother and all this other stuff. Whereas I don't think necessarily men apply that amount of pressure to women. And a lot of times, it's married or not married, I just don't think we apply that type of pressure because, like you said, we've been taught to put our heads down and keep going.
Hey, is anybody on the Facebook anything?
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, check this out. Just to that logic of that point you just said. Think about it like this. Most times you turn around and ask, well, what the hell? Well, a real man would do this. A real father do this. You be like, where the hell you see that out?
Right.
I mean, where did you see that at? I mean, damn, outside of damn Bill Cosby, a lot of them ain't seen no shit with their daddies either to say that. Because at the end of the day, it's not fair. It is not fair for a man to say, well, woman should do this. My mama did it. It's not fair.
Right.
And it's not fair for nobody else to bring up stuff. Because at the end of the day, there are certain standards that you can hold on another person. It just can be unrealistic with certain things. Well, my daddy did this, or my mama did that, and you sitting there trying to make this person, that ain't them.
Right.
That ain't them. I had an old school grandmama. Like, shit, I expect, see that? I could put that on a woman.
Right.
Like,
that's
my
different.
mama work all day, come home, cook. Like, that's a lot.
Daddy played on the table first. Like, it was like,
exactly.
And it was 10 of us in the house, and it was like, no.
I don't think that's fair for me to put that pressure. And then when you turn around and hear that, hey, well, I seen a man should do this, a man should do that. And we talked about this before. I don't know. I think that might have been on Mr. Short Dollar. That from an economic standpoint, like, you can't have a $40,000 or $50,000 dude with $100,000 expectations.
Aspirations.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Like, at the end of the day,
like, sure, $100,000 nowadays ain't gonna get you far either.
Well, check. My whole point was, think about it. What's the average rent in Atlanta? $1,500, $1,700?
$1,675.
Okay, $1,675. So you talking about that covering that? That's rent. We ain't talking about mortgage.
Right.
That, groceries, this, that, and that, and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what kind of income you got to generate?
Right.
But you ain't got no damn doctor. You ain't got no damn lawyer.
Right.
And you want this man to sit here and have all these you got all these expectations. It ain't the same thing. Well, grandmama and granddaddy, everybody working at the mill, everybody working at the plant, and all that kind of stuff. The whole neighborhood made the same amount of money.
Right.
It wasn't this and that and everything, and everybody was segregated in the same area.
Right.
And all this kind of stuff. So pretty much everybody had the same damn bills and the same damn lifestyle. Somebody, mama, daddy might have been a supervisor here and there. I mean, realistically, you just look at it from a honest standpoint. You can't have them same kind of standards because things are different.
Right.
You damn near need a 2-income household unless this person is making that kind of money. They're making, they're a doctor, they're a lawyer, they're an executive. You know what I'm saying? Or they doing something where, I can't even just say a damn entrepreneur because a entrepreneur could be making $200,000 or $300,000, but he ain't bringing them a $70,000-$80,000 home after everything paid. That's what get a lot of stuff twisted. Same thing you say, well, they in the truck route, they making a lot of money, but they ain't bringing a lot of money home.
Right.
But it's still, my only point with that is that you can't have prior generation expectations on a person. You gotta be realistic about stuff. If that that guy's he love his children. He love his significant. He will take and do everything for his kids. But at the end of the day, his potential. He can't make no more than that. And it may be ascending. He's making 50 this year, 60, 70, 80. He's working hard, and he will do everything he can for his kids. But you cannot have those expectations. He had capacity. Shit, he had OT. He would OT with child support and all this other kind of stuff. You know that. So why sit here and have that kind of pressure of doing it? You weren't dealing with a damn dude in medical school that you got pregnant with. Right?
And even then, when you think about when we was in college and all that stuff, even in medical school, it still wasn't necessary that he was going to come out of medical school making a ton of money. It was just the fact that he had doctor behind his name, in front of his name. So a lot of times, even that is not necessarily I don't think people realize that the fact that things change, people change, cost of living goes up, cost of the income does not. And then when you do have a person who makes a certain amount of money, they're living that certain amount of money lifestyle. So they are not necessarily, they may be bringing in $500,000, but they got $500,000 worth of bills too.
Yeah, but at the end, I don't necessarily know if people making $500,000, you probably having them kind of problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, when I say that, with just hollering the deadbeat stuff. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It
right.
might just be, we ain't getting along stuff, and I'm saying that
Right,
kind of
right.
stuff. But you start a lot of times, you know the person you with.
Right.
I mean, you may have had the baby with. If they were totally driven on their career or whatever this, that, and that, they just ain't a, nurturer type person.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't finna go out there in the yard and play catch.
Right.
They ain't finna go, hey, do your homework. Hey, let me teach them how to fish and work on a car, talk to them about life. They just ain't that type of dude.
Right.
There's a lot of mothers like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and sometimes you may not necessarily know that. Like I said again, like, when you 20, 30, 40, 50, you're going to be a different person. Everybody going to evolve. Everybody going to change. So I get that part. But at the end of the day, because you're stuck with it, you're maybe more cognizant. Well, why don't you help with this? They just don't care.
They don't care,
And
right.
sometimes people get a warning to let them know. Because again, it's one of them things you just got to be careful of.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't make nobody be interested in being a parent. Period. But again, with all that said, the holiday, when we start talking about recognition of dad, what the hell they got to do with it?
Right. We talking about the dads that do take care of their children.
Because at the end of the day, if a guy don't give a damn about it, you're not talking about them.
Right.
If it's a mother that don't give a damn about
We're
any
not
of
talking
y'all,
about
you
them.
ain't talking about them.
Right. We're
It's
talking about
the-
the ones that do care, that
Exactly.
do spend every day with their children, that do change diapers and feed and do all that stuff. And, oh, baby, you lay down. I got it this time. Let me take care of the baby. Let me rock him back to sleep. All them people who do everything 24/7
What,
for
let's
their
say
children.
Well, let's just say we ain't saying that. Just
Right.
say we ain't talking about them lab. Let's just say this the guy, we ain't together.
Mm-hmm.
The kids ain't with me most of the time, but I love my kids.
Right.
I'm going to try my best.
Right.
Look, like I said, I'm at max capacity
Mm-hmm.
at 50 grand. I'm just saying numbers, guys, so I don't mean
Right. Right.
be offensive
Right.
about income. We're just talking numbers. But again, I think the aspirations people have, like, hey, he want to go to football camp. He want to do this, that, and that. I just can't afford that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford it. It is much more difficult to take care of things, especially a child, when it's outside of your home.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if y'all together, y'all can kind of cover this and everything. Because now you're talking about, two people covering a mortgage or covering rent, one thing. Now you doing that. You just got to take care of your life, then take care of that. Even though, like I say, responsibility, I get it. And far too often, when you start looking at the legal side of it, you're obligated to pay this. That person may just be like, okay, let me do that, but I got to work overtime, so I can't go catch with them. I can't go to a game. I can't do this, that, and that. What do you do with it? So at the end of the day, do you sit there and say, okay, well, look, I appreciate he making things happen, but a lot of times, if it's not a monetary attachment to it, that's when things get to happen. And that's why I say far too often, people will have their grievances that they have on another person and attach that with their capacity of being a parent. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think the aspect of, I think fathers who take care of their children always want to make sure that they do what's best for the child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's necessarily a case where any father that has children that don't take, that do take care of them just says, you know what, I'm gonna get the bare minimum. We all, and this is me included, because I know I took care of my children from the shoot. You know what I'm saying? From the shoot. So, but even then with that, it necessarily wasn't necessarily a day of pressure of celebration. It was just, hey, Dad, happy Father's Day, or whatever. It wasn't no exuberant amount. And I was there with my children, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand. I don't understand. I get the deadbeat dads and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I'm talking about the ones who are actually there, the ones who actually do everything. Even that is not celebrated on a level that Mother's Day is celebrated,
Hell no.
regardless.
Well, I just think that's why I say the appreciation they give now, because people love their daddy.
Right.
And care, you know what I'm saying? I think sometimes, people, just kind of like how a lot of us fall in that case because somebody get older, you might have, like you say all the time, you kind of see that they may got less summers ahead of them, so you're trying to take it more serious and stuff like that. Unfortunately, but they ain't like that a lot of time with mom, from the get-go. And like I said, culturally, a lot of times fathers are just like, hey man, you're like, I don't need to know, I'm just cool, give me anything. I ain't like that. Like I told my kids, look man, don't be giving me no damn, I don't got no damn Home Depot card.
Right.
I don't want none of that shit. And I just bought this, I bought that car, got this, that, and that.
Yeah.
Don't give me that shit and y'all working.
Right.
I don't want, and nah. And
Nah,
the reason why I
come
say
with
that,
it.
and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that is because nobody got a damn problem telling me about what they want for their birthday.
Right.
Nobody got a damn problem telling me about what they want for Christmas.
Right.
Nobody got a damn problem by telling me what the hell they want to wear for school,
Right.
outside or whatever. So at the end of the day, shit, give me that 2 days. Christmas, kind of like, you understand certain things, but at the end, you start looking at birthday, Father's Day. Hey, hook a brother up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, hey, if you don't open your damn mouth, shit. Here goes some more gift cards here. Card?
Right.
Come and do with a card.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
There ain't no money in it.
Yeah. Shit. And I'm serious about that. And that's why I say, like, why are we like that? Why are we like that? So many people. Guys, you got any comments about it? Give us a call. 678-740-9894. Because I know damn well, was mentioned earlier, like, there going to be a lot of people chiming in, like,
Right.
hey, I did this and that Father's Day. Like I said, that classic one. This for all the real guys that do what they supposed to do. What the fuck? Excuse me, what one?
I saw a post the other day said, "Hey fellas, it's Father's Day. Let's get ready to get nothing."
My cousin posted yesterday. You're like, hey, we Father's Day a couple days away. Had a pair of picture of some holy underwear and holy socks. Just a couple more days. We know what's coming.
Right. So they say. So what did you say to the mom appreciation to your ex? I don't know. I don't know if it's mom or not. I don't know. Slick, you gotta retype that again. I'm sorry. I can't understand what it says. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's mom because it say non.
Non-appreciation to your ex. What's
What
the
did
name?
you say to the non-appreciation to your ex? So what did you say to the non-appreciation to your ex?
Well, let's just say if it's something.
Oh,
different.
non. Okay.
Let's just say this to the thing, because I can just say this. I know in my situation, me and my ex-wife, again, we ain't on a, ideal way of communicating this, that, and that. And I can just say this. I know it, and I don't know what the hell, gonna come my way Father's Day, but I know I have 4 sons.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, my thought process is, no matter how your mom act with me, I want to condition y'all to take care of your mama.
Right.
So, go on and get this for your mama. I can't be that way.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I can create a situation where I ain't going to give your mama this. Now, I got 2 grown boys.
Right.
Look, y'all need to get shit. Y'all get it. And you just put your other brother's names on it.
Right.
Or whatever. Y'all do that. But I feel like it's my job to enforce that they take care of their mama.
Mm-hmm.
Do that and all that kind of stuff. Me just sitting there being non-existent. Now, if they were little, and if I didn't like them, I think I still, this is my opinion, should do something to teach them, still part of taking care and recognizing their mother.
Right.
And I feel like the same thing should be done with the father.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing that and everything. Now, if that father doesn't want to deal with them or whatever, you can't give nobody shit that don't want to get it. So,
Right.
what the hell you gonna mail it to whatever. But your interaction with this person, because at the end of the day, a lot of times people get older, things, because how many times we done seen situations where the mother and father had the best relationship, or the kids and the parent, father didn't have a good relationship, mama, and then when they get older, everybody like, man, put that shit to the side.
Right.
I'm just glad you're here. We cool. I turned out all right, and let's put that shit to the side.
Right.
And that happens a lot. And I think so many times we put, as a parent, we can put our differences to the side and influence our children. Now, because a lot of times, you ain't got to lie to them and say, hey, your dad's a great dad and dad ain't dealing. You ain't got to get into that shit with them. But you definitely don't have to sit there and talk about them either.
Okay.
I think kids are smart enough, they can come up to their own conclusions with certain things. You know what I'm saying? And that's worked for me. You know what I'm saying? We're doing that. I ain't finna sit here and lie, lie about your mama and put her on this pedestal.
Right.
But y'all take care of your mama, that's your mama, this, that, and that.
Right.
And I think the BS will get seen by the kids.
Okay.
You know
I get
what I'm
what
saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I think the same thing, because I always say, and I don't think this is applied to fathers though. I don't think this is applied to fathers. I always tell my children, the reason why me and their mother's not together is my fault. You know, it's what I did because I don't ever want my children to look at their mother any type of way because it is their mother at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that type of consideration is actually paid to fathers. So I don't think that I don't think mothers are sitting back going, you know, that's your father, you still regardless of what he did, and they not taking those hits for dad like dad takes hits for mom. You get what I'm saying? Like even my children, like my daughter, I tell her all the time, I say, regardless of how you feel about your mom, that's still your mom. And you still got to show her respect and love because that's your mom. Because without her, there will be no you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't think that type of pressure is applied for us. I just don't believe it is. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know.
I think in some cases, you know, it may be. I think in some cases, it may be some, it may not be. Guys, if you got any, you know, if you had situations where, you know, you had to explain certain things with your kids in regards to recognizing their father or something like that, please call in and share your story or get comments to it 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Because, you know, to your point, you know, a lot of times people, parents, they let a lot of their personal stuff, and we all human.
Mm-hmm.
We all human. You know, come out where kids probably shouldn't hear stuff.
That's true.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
very true.
And sometimes it ain't intentional. Sometimes the shit very damn intentional.
This is very on purpose.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've had situations, not necessarily, I don't think I've had that too much with my ex-wife saying, but other people saying stuff. That shit wasn't cool or whatever and everything. But a lot of times, mine's a little older.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been a little bit more impactful.
Okay.
And I had younger kids and people talking about them saying, your daddy didn't do this, your daddy didn't do that. Mine's a little older, and like, well, hell, I had to stay with the man. I ain't seen this, so they probably decipher.
Right.
But a lot of times that bar, cause no kid, I think for the most part, they love their parent, and they don't want to hear anything really negative about a parent.
Right.
You know, with that, you know, even if it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at your parent in the best light possible. Typically, we get older, we can kind of decipher what's BS or not. But I definitely don't think it's a situation where we need to put our feelings on the other parent. And I think that happens far too often.
That's true.
We're doing it. And again, going back to like the point where Slick was saying that, you know, if a guy don't want to, you can't do nothing about that. If you know, you I don't think you need to get the Father's Day gift for somebody that ain't gonna come around and get the damn gift.
Right, that's a waste of time and money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, we're doing that and everything. I just think that far too often, like you say, you know, you may have I think the guy, they thought the shit was funny. I didn't think it was funny. I seen it on social media a couple years ago. They were showing the guy, he went to pick his kids up, took some pictures, posted on social media and left. Saying, okay, Father's Day, like a Father's Day thing, go pick them up, take pictures, and leave. Don't deal with them just to say, okay, these are my kids and stuff like that. Do you got people like that? Yeah.
Right.
I think you probably got that, but at the end of the day, like, that ain't nothing, you know.
I don't think that's funny.
Yeah, to be joking on them
right.
and anything like that. But a lot of times we can create them kind of cultures where like folks can go in and out or whatever. Now you ain't really protecting your kid. But they still go back to who the hell you breeding with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. A lot of times, let me ask you a question though. You know, like Slick was saying that the mom gets stuck with the child. Should the mom apply pressure? Like, look, you know, this your child too. I need you to be in his life. I think sometimes mamas just say, I ain't gonna worry about it on that part too. Like they'll let it go.
Well, you can apply pressure, but you can't make me do shit.
Right.
If that person has no interest in being a father, what the hell can you do? If that person has no interest in being an active mother, what the hell can you do?
Right.
Like, you can be the non-custodial parent, man or woman. Like, hey, man, why don't you try this, why don't you try that? They gonna do what they want to do.
Right.
Right? You can't make nobody have
anything.
interest.
Right.
You can make somebody get, you know, have it where funds are distributed or taken out or their check. You can do that, but you can't make people have interest.
Right. Or
like
interaction with the child.
Yeah, if I say, well, his daddy sorry shit, if he really don't give a damn, he don't care.
Right.
Like
that.
That.
What you say. Right.
And you know, a cat can be uninterested in his child and be totally interested in his girlfriend kids.
No.
Like, you know what I'm just saying with that?
Right.
It's not a fair right and wrong, but it's just at the end of the day, some folks screwed like that.
Yeah, and that's only because he with her. Sometimes.
It may just be, or he didn't like you.
Right.
He didn't like having a baby by you.
Right.
And you might have known it. It can be all kind of factors.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we in a lot of times, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a firm believer people don't get like that overnight. And you do got some people that, hey man, you're in that situation and you're forced. Cats can get mad because y'all ain't together and we ain't together, so I ain't gonna do that and all that kind of stuff, screwy stuff. That happens. That happens. I'm not gonna sit here and like that doesn't happen. That does, happen. And just like a woman can get mad with a guy he ain't with her no more, and use their child as I don't want you to see, see him or whatever. And all that kind of stuff can happen.
Right.
You can't really control that, but we're still talking about at the end of the day. What the hell they got to do with Father's Day?
Okay.
Me and you ain't getting along.
Right. What they got to do?
Yeah,
with Father's Day?
I couldn't do for my child the way I wanted to do for him, and everything. So we just don't. Is my participation based on that again? You can't. If a person is not caring or interested, man, you can't give them a gift anyway.
Cause they not gonna come get it.
Yeah, they ain't gonna come get it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like that's kind of like a mute point, with doing it, because a lot of times I think those things are said, probably out of spite to a person that they probably ain't getting along with. But if that guy be like, F you, F that kid, most time, a mother not going to say nothing about that because, number one, two things. A mother doesn't want her child to get hurt hearing that they daddy don't want them.
Right.
And the second thing is a female doesn't want to, it be known that, hey, man, what the hell did you lay up with?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the hell, you know what I'm saying? So typically if a guy genuinely show, like, I don't give a damn about none of y'all, people kind of get away from that. If I, just like, let me just say something or whatever. Because your words ain't going to bother them.
Yeah, because they already made up their mind what they going to do.
Yeah, I want to deal with that shit, whatever, whatever. But when, that person has an interest in that child, a love for that child, I think that's when a lot of other stuff comes. Those words kind of, they affect them differently because, again, they have an interest. And that's why I think we spend too much time on that. What the hell I get 10,000 steps and I've been sitting down? Damn, Fitbit. Damn.
You moving.
This shit vibrating and shit. I ain't even took a damn step. But that's the thing about it. That's why that's why I really want to have these discussions because, to your point, from a marketing standpoint, advertising standpoint, there's nothing.
There's nothing. I haven't seen one De Beers commercial. Get your dad diamonds today.
And you ask yourself, like Slick says, just for the gram, exactly. But you think about it, just ask yourself if how important is it, for that male leadership, for that male development, to be in the home.
Right.
When we sit there for something to be recognized as being so important to being part of the home. Why is so little recognition given to it?
Given to it, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I be like, damn, they're like...
Why so little effort given to celebrate it, too? Like,
yeah. Think about that, man. How many Mother's Day specials and all that kind of stuff? It ain't... I
haven't seen one restaurant offering a Father's Day special. Now, they might offer... What's the holiday after Father's Day? What's this holiday coming up? Juneteenth special.
Juneteenth.
They not going.
They gonna kill two birds with one stone.
Right.
And that's some shit. I bet you gonna be more Juneteenth celebration than damn Father's same
Day.
Damn day.
Right.
It's gonna be way more. Same day or day apart.
Day apart.
Day apart. 1/19, 18. Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be way. But all the Juneteenth concerts.
Right.
On Father's Day.
Right.
You know, Juneteenth concert on Monday.
Right.
All this kind of stuff, man, ain't nothing.
No.
Man, let me give a shout. What's up, Mama? My mama just tuned in. Hey Poochie. Wow. I ain't gonna put you on Front Street.
Right.
But I heard a lot about my sorry. And I messed around and looked like my daddy. Shit. You look just like that mother. You look just like that mother.
Right. So you you got something with that.
What's up, Mama? I heard that shit all the time. You just like your damn daddy. You just like his ass. I can't stand his ass and your ass just like your daddy. How many little boys done heard that? Give a shout out. Put a 1 in the comment if you heard you look like it, act like your daddy. Yeah, Mama should have came in earlier.
Well, unfortunately for me, I never heard anything about my dad. I don't even know my dad, so You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never had to worry about Father's Day like that. It was just my granddaddy, you know, when he was alive, I worried about it for him, but.
I heard that shit all the damn time.
Right.
And again, tonight show we're talking about, don't forget about Dad on Fire. I heard that all the damn time. Yeah, you get that shit by your daddy.
Right.
Like all the time, bro.
All the time.
all the time and stuff. You know, but just think about how impactful a lot of times because of your relationship with the person you have a child with can impact that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And still, I'm going back to it and just like even when a guy can't stand, my mom said, "Shut up, Poochie." I'm
Right.
sorry, Mom. She know it too.
Slick put a one up.
I heard that shit all the time. Just like your damn daddy. I heard it all the damn time. But you,
Watch Red said, I look like my mom. She still hate him and his family. I don't blame her.
you know, like my,
Right.
my father went around growing up, but I grew up with his family.
Right, okay.
Most of my cousins that I grew up with was on my father's side.
Mhm.
So, and my grandfather, his father, pretty much was at all from every graduation, little league, like programs. My granddad I lived with, he'd be there, you know, he was, you know, very, probably the most impactful person in my life. But my paternal grandfather, my granddad, you know, both of them, they went to all my high school games. My dad was never around. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like a lot, hey, man, we all grown. That we talk about, you know, like just about most of our parents, drugs and this, that, and that, and all that kind of stuff. But I can say, like, my grandfathers, both of them, was pretty much at all my stuff.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I got probably a lot of my bad habits more so from the good, definitely all the good, but other stuff just hell, my grandfather was running with them. Cause that's, but you know, definitely like, you know, majority of growing up, and I'm a big family on both sides. But majority of the family I grew up with was on my father's side.
Okay.
Cousins and all that. That's who, you know, I was with. And, you know, I mean, hell, you know, my grandmother, you know, they divorced, but I be around most of them. But my grandfather, my father's father was around all the time, you know, and everything and stuff. Shout out to my granddaddy. Shout out to Sonny, Mr. Anthony Rowland, and everything. And big shout out to my maternal grandfather, W.C. Burden. They're probably the most impactful person that I had in my life. My grandfather said, you know, those being the jewel to me was being raised by older, glad young parents. The jewel being raised by older people. That era of men, they was, you know,
different,
straight, no chasing.
Right.
You know, it was
straightforward.
Yeah, that's some bull. You know, that was it's effed up. This, that, and that. Hey, acting like a sissy. Shut the f up and all that kind of stuff. Like, it wasn't no. I don't think this and that and all that. You know, like
no discussion.
Yeah, what I think is what the hell I'm gonna say.
Period.
And you know, damn if I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I had the same thing with my grandfather. My grandfather, you know, we always say he was mean, but he was just him. Like, you gotta think of all the stuff they had to go through coming up, civil rights and all that stuff. They had a lot going on.
But here's the thing about it, and this is what people had to say. It's a Burden, B-U-R-D-E-N.
B-U-R-D-E-N,
Yeah, not burden and everything, but still, we can. Hey, cuz. My mama said, love you, Poochie. Love you too, mama. You know, but a lot of times with life, and when people are honest with you, they'll say you being mean. But you're not being mean. You just being honest.
Right.
And because folks can't handle that, you know, like I said, a lot of people that wear a tender skin. And just like, you know, depending on how I want to receive it, you ain't got to say, you don't have to say it like that. Well, shit, life ain't going to deliver you bullshit the way you want it. How you get it is how you get it.
Right.
And far too often, people ain't equipped to receive bullshit.
Okay.
You know, when
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? That's because people work on giving it to you a certain way because they worry about your feelings. If I know that person love me and care about me, be it my parents, friends, significant other, your OGs, mentors. If you know they care about you, you gotta be like, I know it come from love. It ain't always gonna be hate. But sometimes folks just being straight up with you, like, man, he had to say it that way. Well, shit, you ain't gonna receive the bullshit that they talk about the way you want. You know that. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense, and that's far too often. And I think especially that's one of the biggest things I think that's, you know, again, a lot of fathers have to impact. And I would, you know, just, hey man, look, it is what it is. Damn your feelings, son. You worried about the delivery. Your ass ain't even focused on the damn message.
Right.
What I said is what I said. Now, how the hell I said it to you, you can sit here and want to get in your feelings about that shit, but you don't fix it.
Right.
You know, and that's the thing about it. At the end of the day, you can't. That's the significance of a father. Because that's who's going to teach you how to lead, teach you how to build. When shit go left, that person got to just stay down. You know what I'm saying? You know, we done lost a job. We done did this. You know, you see a man, and I seen my grandfather fall off a scaffold, break his damn foot, permanently disabled, and we didn't miss a beat in the house.
Right.
Like, he just went out there, odd jobs, this, that, and that. And, like, you know, growing up on the west side, like, I didn't realize, you know, I want to say, well, you know, poor, but we didn't have any money, but I never did without.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The necessity was always there.
My granddaddy went, hey, look, I can't do that no more. I got to go do this. Because the beat don't stop. Folks still hungry, still got bills to pay. And that's what a man will do. What's up, Chris? My son, Chris done tuned in. And at the end of the day, so far too often, people get stuck into, you know, hey, he ain't doing it this way. A man gonna sit here and keep shit going.
Hard.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, like shit, you know, I went through a divorce. This, that, and that going on with business and all that. Shit, you want me to sit here? I can sit here and just stay in my bed and worry about, hey, my damn wife done left me. Now I got these boys to take care of.
Right.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
Daddy in your room.
They
Daddy
still
come out.
hungry.
Daddy come out your room.
They
Daddy.
need clothes.
Yeah. No.
Right.
And when you don't have a person that's able to develop their children to do that, damn man, you know how damn disastrous that shit can be. Because if we can't have it both ways. Like you can say, well, I would hear a lot of times people say, well, look, a lot of these daddies at the games, they trying to live through their kids and they trying to force this, that, and all this other bullshit people will say. But then you'll complain that this person is trying to do that with their child, living through them, making them this way and all this and all that kind of stuff. Especially with a lot of those athletes' fathers pushing certain things. But shit, you can't have it both ways. I want you to be involved, I want you to be active, but you got to do it this way.
Right.
Let that man do it.
Right. The way you want to do it.
Look how many people thought Richard Williams was crazy.
Right.
Look how many people thought Joe Jackson was crazy.
Right.
Look how many people thought LeVar Ball was crazy.
Right.
You know, think about the kind of shit where they, you know, just to sit here, you go from a mining town to you got the Jackson 5. And I even say that about me. You got my girl Janet too.
You go from Compton
to
California to
Compton and Wimbledon.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
And you see like a guy like LeVar Ball had 3 sons in the NBA. And now, like, no, those just fraction stories. And people like, yeah, he making them do this, he making them do that. You can't, how people get their kids, that is how they get there. I can't tell you, now again, as long as there ain't no sexual abuse or physical abuse and all that kind of stuff, 'cause that's a great line. Just don't want my whooping your tail.
Right.
Your ass whoop. Sometimes that just might be a whooping. Because remember the time they asked Joe Jackson, like, you know, Michael said you beat him. I ain't beat him. He said, I ain't beat Michael. I whooped him. I ain't beat him. And sometimes people, because they don't agree with how you do stuff, they'll sit here and say something negative about it. And again, they got shit going on in their career.
Right.
I know how to lead my children the way I lead them.
Right.
It may not be the way
you lead your children.
But at the end of the day, the end game, the end game. And because you feel like, well, that can cause this, that can cause that, that's just your opinion.
But you always say you can't argue results.
Man, yeah, we can argue opinions. We can't argue results.
Right.
Let me tell you something. One thing about me, that anybody that knows me, I never get in conversation with people about how they should do their children.
Right.
I never get into that.
Right.
You ask me my opinion, I give it to you. But I never tell people what the hell they need to be doing.
For their children.
Well, my kids did this, and I don't never get them conversation because I know the bullshit that I've done to get my kids in a certain spot, and it may not be for everybody. You may have a whole different path, and it may work out. It work out for your kids. That's just the way it is. But again, when you sit there, especially when we start talking about black fathers,
right?
When a man want to sit here, he want to be a certain way. Let that man do it. Like I said, man, me and my ex-wife bump heads. But one thing I will say, and I give her all credit, she let me raise my boys the way I wanted to raise them. I can give her 300% credit on that.
Right.
She stayed the hell out of it. And I think you can kind of look at some of the results all of it. I ain't saying, okay, mine's perfect or whatever. But I think I can give her credit for that. She stayed the hell out of it. Now, we done went through a divorce and I get some damn off the walls opinion now, like, man, what the hell?
They ain't in prison and they ain't in jail.
Exactly. Exactly. And that worked for my household and my children.
Right.
And it, you know, again, what that's be applicable somewhere else. somebody else may have more money to do certain things. They may have more time. They
Mm-hmm.
may be more skilled in certain things. You may say, look, I just want my kids to be in the fine arts. I may want my kids to play. I don't want to play football, baseball. My oldest son, I put him, sports scholar, because that's at 20-some years old. That's what I knew.
Mm-hmm.
As I got older, now we get academic, but I didn't know then.
Right,
that makes
right.
sense.
You had to go with what you knew.
Exactly.
Right.
But I bust my ass with all of them.
But you learned as you went.
Absolutely. You evolve, you mature, you see certain things, you learn with that. But a lot of times, though, a lot of people that gave comments, man, you gotta do this, you can't make them, that's too much. And majority of the people that were saying that shit, when
Right.
you're younger, you hearing it. You had to, and this, man, me and my uncle had a good conversation today. And this is just applicable to your children or life. Sometimes you got to dim that noise out,
Mm-hmm.
because people had no shortage of giving your ass unsolicited advice.
Right.
But you have a hard ass time to get them to really help your ass do something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, teach me how to do that. They ain't gonna help you get the kids no tutors. They ain't gonna help you pass the test. They gonna help you like with behavior stuff. They'll criticize this, that, and that. But you can get their opinions, but get the help. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So sometimes you gotta sit here and just dim that noise out and just roll with your gut. And you gonna make mistakes.
Right.
Right?
We all do that.
And that's the thing I say. Sometimes where we look at like with a father, you need to do it this way because somebody seen something, whatever. And I cringe when I hear those kind of comments, especially from a significant other. But this is what a man's supposed to do. Or that's what a father's supposed to do. When that person ain't seen that shit.
Right.
I seen a comment today. Just one of my buddies had put a post up about relationships and stuff. And a female classmate of mine said something that stuck with me. She said, "Well, that's grown man shit." Now let me tell you something. I can't really define what the hell grown women shit is.
Right.
So how the hell can somebody sit here and say, "Well, that's what real dads do," when they really haven't had an example of that?
Right.
And I'm not the one to sit here in front of nobody and say, "Hey, you ain't had no dad or this, that, and that." But damn, I'm not finna get into it. This is what real moms do.
Right.
And you really know, like, hey, my mom, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't put no woman on the standard I hold my grandma on.
Right.
That shit ain't fair.
And it's not possible.
Hell
nowadays.
no.
Not today.
Hell no.
But I can tell you, if I put a woman on, if I put my ex-wife on the stand of my grandmama, she wouldn't have fit the bill. She wouldn't have fit the bill. I tell a lady at work, cut grass, plant flowers, cook, clean up, raise 9 children and 1 grandchild being me, and still, you know what I'm saying?
If I had to go find a woman to do like my grandma, I'd probably go to Africa. Go some damn third world country and go in a tribe or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where they doing that kind of stuff. That's that. And that's not fair.
But as a father, a woman to say, well, my father used to do it. My father did it that way. Why you can't do it that way? And that's just not fair. See, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to fathers, we don't necessarily get that same consideration. We don't necessarily get that same appreciation. That, like me, I got married at 17. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know. I was 17. I mean, I was, a junior in college. I didn't know a lot of stuff at that time, but I learned. And of course, I got a lot of input that I necessarily didn't know. But at 17, you like, maybe he right, or maybe they right.
Well, here's the kicker. There's 2 ways you can look at that. Most of the time is that when a person throws up about what a man should do or whatever, most of the time, even when they haven't had that model, it's just really what they want.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, looking at it, is that, and I'm just being straight up with you,
Mm-hmm.
a man, if you got a daughter and you active in your daughter's life, I think, this man, again, nobody be beating on them or mistreating them, but they should be from the mindset that, listen, this man gonna do stuff differently than my father did.
Right.
I'm tell you an example. I sit there and listen to all that bullshit Steve Harvey be saying about these guys, and I've done this with my daughter and all that kind of shit. And you sitting there looking now because the shit sound good when they were selling books.
Right.
And you had a target market. Now you see his daughter with this dude, and you know what I'm saying? This dude or that dude and all that kind of stuff, everything going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And you like, damn, Steve, that shit was good for selling books. And when you start looking at it, people will sit here and say this, well, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that with my children. They'll never sit here and let you see their children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I got some great kids, but they ain't perfect. I love my sons, but I never sit here and say they perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I damn sure never get no conversation with anybody in regards to this how your children's supposed to be.
Right.
Super proud of my kids, but they do shit. You be like, what the you get that from, bro?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But I would keep in perspective. I got good kids because there's a lot of times a lot of parents out here not having them. You know, they really worried about shit with their kids. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? And again, what has worked for me being the way I am, and I've matured and evolved over the years, but that's been good for me.
Right.
And when we started talking about, this weekend with Father's Day, I really want everybody to sit here, any differences you may have with your child's father, your ex or whatever, put that shit to the side. Because just like every man need to understand that, listen, you only got one mama, so hey son, I ain't with your mom, we ain't working this, that, and that. Cherish her, do that. The same narrative need to be with a father.
That's true.
Again, if the daddy doesn't give a damn, we can't make him.
About them dads.
You can't make them.
Right.
And you saying that kind of shit, nobody don't give a damn.
Right.
Cause the narrative gonna be like, why the hell you lay up with them?
Well, I just want the commercials to be more. I want them to have more discounts for Father's Day. I want the diamond people and K jewelers and all of them to have Father's Day pendants and all that stuff because why? There are great fathers out there doing great things for their children and we don't get half the I ain't gonna say 25% of the recognition that they get for Mother's Day. I want dinner discounts. I want everything.
Well, it's not gonna happen for the simple fact there's not a demand for it.
We need to make a demand.
We can make all the hell we want to wait, but I ain't buying shit for myself Father's Day.
Right.
But if I don't get that, remember that shit
on
on birthday.
It is what it is.
Yeah, remind me birthday.
Right.
I got enough damn Home Depot cards and drawers and stuff.
Who want to get a gift? Who want to get a gift that tell them they got to do some more work? Don't buy me no hammer and saw for Father's Day. That means I'm going to have to use it.
And your kids ain't no shortage of laying out what the hell they want.
Right.
Hey, Dad, I can't get this one. Shit, And we can joke about this all we want. I'm gonna say this again, guys. It's widely recognized that, and it's not pushed as much. I think a couple years ago, I didn't like it was a big narrative of black fathers, and the CDC did that study a couple years ago, where they said that black fathers probably the most involved with their children.
Right.
And I think that a lot of times narratives get pushed, and a lot of shit got pushed. A lot of times, even with black men. Black fathers need to be more involved in all this other kind of... I think black fathers take care of their kids.
Right.
Now, N-words may don't.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we got to sit here and be conscious laying up with N-words. Black mothers take care of their kids, but N-word women, they don't.
Right.
And we got to sit here and stop trying to be holistic about that kind of stuff. If you know that you may have made a mistake and this person just this, that, and that, you just got to live with that. Man or woman.
Right.
Man or woman. And again, and the other part, if you know that this person love their kids, they care about their kids, but they at capacity with their output, you cannot have unrealistic aspirations for them.
Right.
If you know that, listen, they really got 6 rib on no gift cards, then what you want? Mercedes
Money.
Benz. Mercedes Benz.
House cards,
man,
cars, houses, all that stuff is great gifts.
Man, wake up on the beach, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tracy Spencer. I ain't get.
Lion Layla said she just bought 3 ceiling fans today. We got work to do Father's Day. It's Sunday. Your husband don't want to put up no ceiling fans for Father's Day.
But you know what? Just to that point, just we're looking at it, and I think that's when we start looking at getting gifts for Dad. Guys, just a little thought of it is, men appreciate things that we actually can use.
Right.
And they don't have to be that expensive. Just
or
like
what's their hobbies. Find out what their hobbies are.
You know what I told PJ? He like, Dad, what you think about? I said, man, son, I thought was pretty neat. It was like a little neck fan. I was some shit like that. I can sit out there on my deck, put on my neck, just keep me cool. Something I can really enjoy. Whatever. And it don't have to be nothing crazy or whatever. But like I don't want to be putting that up. I just want to chillax, and everything. And sometimes, mama get asked what she want. Daddy gets what they want to give them. I don't want this shit. That's what the hell you want to give me. I don't want this shit. I can't do nothing with this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, listen to your daddy. Listen to him. What is he complaining about? What is he like? What he don't need and whatever. And then I'm telling you, stuff like that be so impactful because again, what people don't realize, as a man, we're conditioned to be so selfless
and accept whatever.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of times send men on to be astray. Because unrecognized, unnoticed, or whatever, unappreciated, and whatever, because you can say, I care this, that, and that, but that's what he just to get some of those things.
Right.
So and that's why I say a lot of, not that much thought is given into that kind of stuff. What is this, you can just, like, if you mistreating your old lady or whatever, you get her son a gift, she'll take it, but she might not appreciate it much if like, hey, the way you treat her. But you show, like, hey, this, that, and that, your actions, behavior, that's what make changes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, say, just like you got one mama and you need to make sure you give her the world and appreciation, you only got one daddy.
That's it.
You only got one daddy. And enjoy them. Because everybody got a timeline when they gonna be when they ain't gonna be there. And I think one of the most important things my grandfather told me when I was younger is he pulled me to the side, Poochie, I ain't gonna be here forever.
I have one daddy, but I've heard that some people have two daddies, and I've not from one person. I've heard that, I've seen it, where they have a birth daddy, and then somebody that they've dated and raised a child because the daddy wasn't in life, but then he called himself daddy too.
Well, you can get that for your daddy, your play daddy, step daddy, or even uncle or Mr. Such and Such that come by and him and mama go in there and wrestle every now and then. That make sure you got them Jordans.
Yeah, I ain't never called boyfriend of my mama's daddy.
No, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, like those kind of in all seriousness, I think that we know who need to be recognized.
Right.
If Slick says a naked cheat because you didn't get the gift. No, you can do that because nobody damn listening to you.
Right.
Yeah. That thing out there. With that.
Lady Lionel say, "Well, it's not gonna be no new car this year."
Well, like I said, the actual. I think men don't really, again, most time men ain't gonna be petty about certain things.
Right.
I think it's just the recognition and appreciation for certain things. You know what I'm saying? And if it's you know who's been impacted. Now we'll say, you ain't gotta have more than one or whatever. But if you had your dad, stepdad, uncle, mentor, however that stuff is serious, man, recognize them.
Right.
Give them some appreciation.
Right.
Because that's the thing about it. Like I said, man, it's hard as hell being a man out here. Because again, when you sit there and want to address something, it can come off like he bitching and he complaining.
Right.
So we turn around, you run in your mouth. That ain't what men do. Shit, but you want me to sit here.
Comment was real. That grown men don't do that.
Grown men don't do that and all that kind of shit. That's why grown men get that. And grown men gonna do how grown men do. What the hell they damn want. What the hell they damn want. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, because, again, we can go into different eras where, you sit there and look at, even from the simple things, even like with infidelities and all that kind of, that was a different era, man. That was a whole different era. Like, we know Papa got down.
Right.
Papa had families everywhere, this, that, and that, but everybody was happy taking care of them. That's not to justify everything, but that's why I said we start looking at what they used to do. They look at every damn thing they damn did. A lot of that shit, you be like, whoa. Y'all can't handle that shit.
Right.
Papa had a whole damn other family. So we started talking about the whatever my daddy did this, I see my uncles do that. Look at all the shit they did.
Right.
You can't just take one thing with it. Again, so then I'm not trying to justify it, but open your eyes up now too. Open your eyes up too. And again, man, those kind of things we gotta. I wouldn't even want to even focus on that because those, the bad has brought us so much to kind of mitigate the things that I actually recognize with it. You got it. You got your daddy good and bad. Appreciate it. Recognize it. Because like I say again, mama can have all kind of shit going on. all kind of friends, she messing up money, this, that, and that, but that's still your mama.
Right.
And you don't give a shit. Whatever whatever faults your mama got, you don't give a damn. Look over it. Have that same energy with your dad.
That's it.
Have that same energy with your dad. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying with that. Because at the end of the day, it's too many times I see it out, especially you see it with social media. You know these folks had a relationship with their dad is growing up. But now you don't hit 40, 50, 60 years old, and you see this person 70, 80, 90 years old, you just glad, look, we got something now. We at least got something that you appreciate it because, like you always say, them summers decreasing. You got to much longer with them.
That's right.
I can sit here and be pissed at them, or I just try to appreciate what's happening with that. So, again, focus less on what you do or what you don't have. Focus more on what you can do. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like I said before, if that person don't care, we ain't talking about that.
We ain't talking about him.
We ain't talking about him.
Right.
When we start saying that, hey, give daddy some love. Holler at him. What you want? Talk to him. Maybe more conversations and more little time here and there. You know what I'm saying? Don't catch dad off guard and do some stuff like that. Because, as men we need, like I said, this world beat our ass in half.
Every day.
Beat our ass in half. I can't control what a single mom is going through. I can't control that. But at the end of the day, we all can sit here and have roots when we look at it. Like I said, that go both men and women. Because it's a lot of men really going crazy about some of the behaviors that baby mama got. And would love to be more involved, but they can't. It is what it is. So those kind of things, we have all kind of stories. Those conversations not going to go anywhere.
Right.
They're not going to go anywhere because everybody going to have, well, they do this, they do that. No. You only got one daddy. You only got one day of the year to recognize it. Holler at him.
Right.
Holler at him, What we got on there, my comments?
Layla said her name Pat. I'm the only one that can call her that. I don't want to say your government name, Layla. Somebody might get a hold of, try to dox you or something. So I'm gonna keep it fly. Layla too.
So with that said, guys, I just really want you guys, I want to have that conversation because, again, there's not enough. Anybody comment on the Facebook and that?
Nope, no comments today. Maybe they all out buying their daddy some gifts for Father's Day.
Nah, hell no. They'll come in later. But, man, I appreciate everybody chiming in tonight in regards to, the subject matter we talked about. I'm going to need you guys to start calling in a little bit more, too, to add to the conversation.
That's right.
I think this was a good conversation to be had because there's so much, especially in the black community, so much of a negative press in regards to black fathers. But when we try to have these conversations, like nobody want to talk about it.
Right.
And because when you start having them kind of conversations, it's easy to talk about, but then you start having some root problems. I'm one of them numbers person, so I'm always going to go back to the root.
Right.
But why is this, that, and that? Nobody want to address that. It's just cause. And I think if we start having some of these conversations, we can be able to cope and deal with a lot of things a lot better, with certain situations. But I want to, with my dad, Ray Rowland, my dad, and he in his little normal vacation spot this weekend. Click clank. But
well, to my daddy, the Invisible Man, you know what it is.
Give a shout out to, both, my grandfather's here. My grandfather's no longer here. Also, my oldest son, Torian, happy Father. This will be his first Father's Day.
Okay.
We're doing that. So, yeah.
Big shout out to my son.
This is my first Father's Day as a grandfather. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited about that, but I appreciate your dads.
That's right.
That's all I want to say. Don't forget about Pops because, again, man, that daddy role is rough. Daddy role is rough. And we can't really control what we've done in the past, what we've done and what we've done. We're going to control what we can do forward. And that's on both ends. So definitely, guys, make sure you enjoy your Father's Day this weekend and everything. And, party a little bit for Juneteenth. I get it. But don't forget about Father's Day, okay? Don't forget about your daddy and all that kind of stuff. And don't limit it to that day. Don't limit it to that day, okay? And don't wait till a situation where you got to kind of maximize, the daddy got sick or now this, that, and that, where you have to do that. Appreciate it. Because, like I said, we all got an exit day. So whatever you got, love that person, take care of them, just like, again, you might have a good bond with your mama. Not saying one got to be more than the other, but give them some recognition. Don't forget about that on Father's Day. So listen. Y'all enjoy your holiday out there. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure, again, you go to the YouTube channel Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Subscribe to the channel. Check out this video in entirety. We got a lot of other good, great information out there. I did a video the other day. It had a lot of traction in regards to custody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like why we were talking about. A lot of times when kids are younger, parents are. It's kind of like customary. A lot of times the female will get primary custody.
Mm-hmm.
But as the child get older, especially if it's a boy,
Right.
now come get your son, work with him and
Right.
all that stuff. Why that shit ain't done from the get go?
Yeah.
Again, let's have these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Be it the mother's decision, father's decision, both of y'all like, look, what makes things easier is like, I'm gonna let her take care of this kid now, then when they get older now I can shape it, but like, shit, they get 13, 14, 15, he bigger than your ass.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't guarantee you gonna look, listen to you. So I want to have that. Definitely go to the YouTube channel and check it out. I ask a lot of questions that can that cause people to think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily try getting my way, the right way, whatever, and everything. I always say the end game, and that's to make us the best us possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I try to help people do. So I appreciate all you guys. I love you guys, and I appreciate you tuning in and everything and stuff. Congratulate Dewan in on the live, man. Yeah, get shout out my man Dewan. Dewan got what he got, his PhD?
Honorary doctorate.
Honorary, yeah. Dr. Robinson, I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on that. But definitely, guys, cherish your fathers just like you cherish your mothers. Don't mean who gotta have the most weight of love, but that's definitely cherish them, man. And if you got, and that don't have to be limited to your biological, you got your OG, granddad, uncle, big brother, whoever that is to make some kind of impact on you, holler at them, tell them thank you, tell them you love them, and appreciate them, okay? Enjoy yourself, guys. Take care. Love you. Talk with you soon.